Candace.
Hi.
So, how's Iris going to react to someone like the Flash? And I see the post.
Do I know you? Sorry, are we sorry.
She's stopping
Have you heard my voice before somewhere?
I don't know. Do you have a podcast?
I have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
This made my day. She recognized my voice.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
But I want you to know me.
Oh, I know. Well, hello.
So my question was, beyond the first episode, how is Iris going to react to someone like the Flash? Because this is the first superhuman in it's supposedly in this universe and so on. And how does he react to someone like that?
How does she react to the Flash?
Yeah, like how does she,
How would she react?
How would she react? Yeah, because I was like, we haven't gotten there. Do you know something that I don't know? I mean, I do know that she's very interested in the Flash and who this person is, and that's kind of piquing her interest in being a journalist, and it's motivating her to kind of figure out who this guy is. And it's causing an interesting dynamic between her and Barry, because Barry wants to say to her, "Hi, I am the Flash. Like, be interested in me." And she's just so overly interested in this guy that's running around and saving everyone. And it's such a glorious title, isn't it, to be a superhero? And for her not to know that it's really just her best friend who, she grew up with. It's kind of it's a hard thing, isn't it? But it's cool. I don't know when she'll find out, but it'll probably be a slow burn. We don't want to give that away too soon. But she'll figure it out. She's super smart.
She is.
She's super smart.
Totally.
Yeah.
Except she doesn't know that she's leading him on.
Let's talk about this. She's not leading him on. Like, they're brother and sister, you know what I mean? So people are always like, how can she not know? Like, the way that he looks at her. And I tell people, listen, if a guy doesn't come up to me, Candace Patton, and is like, I like you, I want to date you, I like what you're doing with all this, I would know. So a lot of girls are pretty oblivious, and Iris is extra oblivious, especially because that's her brother, right? That's like her brother that she grew up with. You wouldn't expect him to come up to you and be like, oh, by the way, I love you. So what do you want to eat for dinner? Dad's making spaghetti. Like, do you like spaghetti? You know what I mean? It's just, I get why she doesn't figure it out.
I'm kind of interested to see how events take place, because in the comics, they eventually get married.
Yeah.
But then in this iteration, brother and sisters, we kind of look at like, what are they
Listen,
trying to
there's
do?
no blood relation. It's not that weird, is it? I mean, I don't know. We don't know where they're going to go with it and how we're going to get there. That's a long way away. But there will be romantic triangles happening. And fans of Arrow will be excited. And there's lots of good stuff. There's lots of good juice for everyone.
Did you study up on any of this stuff, or did they tell you deliberately to avoid reading?
Oh,
any
no.
of
I
it?
went to my comic book store. I was like,
Give me stuff.
give me some stuff. And
Give me some stuff.
I read a few things, but I didn't go crazy because, it's based on a DC comic. So
Right.
I knew that we were doing a little bit of a deviation from the comic books to some degree. So I didn't want to get too stuck on these ideas that were in the comics. And Jeff Johns and Andrew, those are my resources. And the scripts, for me, speak for themselves. Everything that I really need to know is there. But I did read comics of The Flash just to get the tone and the heart of why fans love The Flash. And for me, it's the heart. It's the heart of Barry Allen. I love The Flash. If you guys have any ideas of good comics I should read, let me know.
Flashpoint.
Okay. I read Flashpoint. That's the one I started with, and I cried.
Yeah, it's so emotional.
It's so emotional.
See the movie. It's going to make you feel
But that's the first comic I read, and I was like, if our show can do what it just made me do reading this, then we're going to have it.
Yeah.
And that's what we try and bring every episode, is the heart that you read in Flashpoint.
The pilot hinted at instances of Flashpoint. So maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think you're getting close.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care.